If you're trying to get lean, build muscle, and actually look aesthetic, you probably don't need a hard plan. You need a simpler one. When I first got into fitness, I was honestly confused by everything. One person said I need to bulk, another said I had to cut, some people said train every single day, others said only do full body. And then on top of that, you got people talking about fat burners, supplements, shortcuts, and all this extra stuff. And after a while, it just gets overwhelming. So in this video, I want to keep it simple and talk about the things that actually matters if your goal is to get lean, build muscle, and build an aesthetic physique. Because the truth is, getting in shape is not easy, but it is simple. When I say aesthetics, I'm not talking about becoming the biggest guy in the gym or trying to lift the craziest numbers. I'm talking about building the kind of physique that actually looks good in real life. Broad shoulders, visible abs, good arms, a leaner waist. Just looking like you take care of yourself, even in normal clothes. And to build that kind of body, you don't need to overcomplicate everything. The first thing is training. For most people, 4 workouts a week is enough. You do not need to train every single day. And you don't need to be in the gym for 2 hours for every session. What matters is that your workouts are actually effective and that you can recover properly. Because building muscle really comes down to getting stronger over time. A lot of people spend too much time looking for the most optimal exercise or the perfect split they saw online. But if you're not getting stronger, none of that really matters. Real progress is being able to look back and see that the weights you used a few months ago, feeling lighter now, more reps, better form, more control, more weight over time. That's how you know your body is changing. And one of the biggest mistakes people make is just doing too much. Too many workouts, too much volume, constantly changing their plan, never recovering properly. That doesn't help. It usually just slows you down, especially if you have a normal life outside the gym. If you're busy, stressed, working, in school, or not sleeping perfectly every night, you need a plan you can actually stick to. That's why I think 4 hard sessions per week is enough for most people. Now, let's talk about cardio. I think cardio gets overcomplicated too. Personally, I'd much rather create a calorie deficit by moving more than just trying to starve myself and eat as little as possible. If your goal is to get lean and still feel good, walking more every day makes a huge difference. It doesn't have to be extreme. You don't need to destroy yourself with your cardio. Just going on the walks in the morning, after meals, or before you go to bed helps way more than people think. And if you want to do cardio in the gym, keeping it low intensity is usually enough. You just need something simple, something you can recover from, something you can actually stay consistent with. A good goal is around 8 to 10,000 steps a day. That alone helps with fat loss, digesting, energy, and just makes it way easier to stay lean without doing anything crazy. Now, let's talk about food, because this is where a lot of people struggle the most. Everyone wants the perfect diet. Keto, carnivore, no carbs, fasting, cutting everything out. But for most people, it really doesn't need to be that complicated. If most of your meals are based around whole foods, you're already making this way easier on yourself. Things like eggs, meat, chicken, rice, potatoes, fruit, yogurt. Simple foods that gives you energy, keep you full, and are easy to stay consistent with. That's what matters. You still need to be aware of how much you're eating, obviously. You can't just eat an unlimited amount and then expect to get lean. But when most of your diet is made up of real food, it becomes much easier to stay on track. And carbs are not the enemy either. If you want to train well, perform in the gym, and actually look good, carbs can help a lot. Another thing people underestimate is sleep. If your sleep is bad, everything gets harder. Your workout feels worse, your recovery is worse, your hunger is worse, your energy is worse, everything. People spend so much money trying to find the best supplement stack when one of the most powerful things you can do is literally just sleep properly. Just try to have a more consistently sleep schedule. Try to recover better. Because if your recovery is bad, your progress will always be slower than it needs to be. And the last thing, probably the most important thing in the whole video, is consistency. Because none of this works if you only do it for 1 week or 2 weeks or until you stop feeling motivated. Results come from repeating the basics for long enough, training hard a few times a week, moving more every day, eating mostly whole foods, sleeping better, and doing it consistently. That's how you actually change your body. Not through shortcuts, not through some secret trick, just doing the simple things well over and over again until they start to show. So, if you feel overwhelmed by fitness advice right now, just remember this. You do not need a more complicated plan. You need a simple plan you actually can stick to. That's what helps you get lean. That's what builds you a better physique. And that's what actually lasts. If you want more videos like this on getting lean, building better physique, and improving your routine, let me know in the comments. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.